Oh man, he's got it all. Ooh, he's got it all. Let's go. Let's go, champ. Oh, that's not good. iDUBBBZ, it's not good, buddy. Okay, we're going into the iDUBBBZ content cop now. So we did receive a super chat just to lead into the segment
Yeah.
from Cameron F305 for $4. He says, "Hey y'all, content cop maker here. Can't wait to see y'all watch it." Well, I hope you stayed up till
Yeah.
2:30 in the morning.
I'm sure he
He
did.
says, "I found you guys reacting to Ian's dog shit podcast. Absolutely hilarious."
Oh, yeah, of course. But he's doing research on the content cop. Obviously, he probably watched a few of our videos. In fact, there's a few parts that he brings things up that we noticed, and I'm like, I wonder if you watched our show. Awesome job, buddy. If you're watching, honestly, guys, this guy actually,
he's a new hot young dude.
yeah,
on the
hot,
scene,
hot,
and
hot
he's
young dude.
making waves. And I will say this: you can clearly tell.
570K.
Ooh, buddy, when I first saw this, it was at like 12,000 views.
Oh my god.
And then it just went up to like 19, 35,000. Last time I saw it was at like 250,000. And
I'm
it's
subscribed
doubled since then.
Hey, Cameron, I'm
And
subscribed.
what is he up to? 30,000 subscribers, does
Yeah.
that say?
You know what? I'll also ring the bell for you, buddy. How about that?
Huge. And if
Honestly,
you're watching on the clip channel, make sure to like, subscribe, and
yourself.
ring the bell as well.
And
As we go
please,
into this.
and please, guys, if you are watching us cover this, go check it out. Hit like on his
And
video too and support him.
one thing I want to say right off the bat, and I've only watched probably the first 20 minutes or so of this before I reacted to it. You can clearly tell he was passionate about the old content cops, that he really enjoyed it. And, you know, this is, what is it? Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. You know, this guy is obviously a big time fan of iDUBBBZ from back in the day. And, you know, he doesn't want to have to shit on somebody that he looked up to and he enjoyed the content of. But it's come to the point where if Ian can't make a good content cop, I guess he's going to have to do it himself.
Yeah.
So let's have a look here. This opening 2 minutes to me, honestly, hits the nostalgia of content cop better than iDUBBBZ's own content cop.
Yes. And guys, I also want to say here, because, you know, here at our show, we like to be intense and edgy. And at first I thought this guy was going to be a bit more chill on Ian.
Yeah.
But then he fucking like the
He
fucking gloves.
ratchets it up and starts FELTED.
Yeah. And by the way, it's nice seeing a content cop where the guy calls the guy retarded, says he's a fucking like idiot, and swears and doesn't give a fuck. And also a video where the person doesn't do fucking the same, explaining Frogan for the 100th time or explaining Hassan for the 1,000th time. Anyway, without further, and Ashton, by the way, H3 did shout out this video, so it got the nice big boost.
Oh, I see.
So it went from like 250K to
Well,
half a
he's gonna get
million.
A very small boost relative from us, but
Yeah,
hopefully
it's
gets a little bit of a boost.
I hope he enjoys the at least the reaction, because yeah.
Our silence means something. It means that we would like to pause this relationship. Stop it, I'm powerless. No, you have a ton of power. That's exactly what you get for being filthy rich. I don't think anyone deserves that level.
Just think of that, like as though iDUBBBZ isn't filthy rich and Hassan isn't filthy rich. Like the lack of self-awareness is insane. All right, let's keep going.
I wouldn't say iDUBBBZ is filthy rich.
Well, he was at one time. He was pretty fucking rich, but now I don't know about that.
Level of cruelty or hate whatsoever on my end. I was morally grandstanding and acting as if I'm any better than any of these people that I was making content videos on.
What we do here is go back.
I like that. He managed to just steal it.
Yeah.
And make take
but
over.
He kind of looks like him too.
Yeah, a little bit younger. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the young iDUBBBZ.
Yeah. Let's he does it better, eh?
He's doing it better.
I like this part. This part made me laugh. Wait, watch. This is pretty good. found the exact same suit too.
Yeah.
This is pre-raped iDUBBZ. This is all iDUBBZ had to do. All iDUBBZ had to do. There we go.
Hey, there's
That's the
folks
thing
on your
is,
local
see, he's making this with reverence for Content Cop, whereas iDUBBZ made it with disdain for Content Cop, with hatred for his own creation and with shame for what he had done and hatred for his own fans. Whereas this is actually something where it's like, no, I actually cared about this. I liked this. It was meaningful to me. And he's paying homage to it. And notice that he's wearing the Content Cop uniform during the video, unlike iDUBBZ, who was too ashamed to do so.
Right. You're right, bro. And he does a great job breaking it down. Let's have some fun.
iDUBBZ Content Cop was like Joker too. It really was. And he was the rape. He was. Oh, man.
I make sure everyone's content is up to par, and if it's not, I will bring them to justice. We've all made content that we're not very proud of.
He's got the
maybe
old Warski background too.
Yes, he has the old Warski. I was gonna say he has my old background
for a very controversial project you might regret, or maybe you went on stream and shouted that America deserved a terrorist attack. I'll spare you any further examples. But on today's episode of Content Cop, our theme is friendship. Today we're going to be talking about a former great on YouTube that has turned into one of the biggest disingenuous, hypocritical, spineless pussies that I've ever seen on this website.
Based. By the way, hey, Ian.
The editing is good there. All those clips, rapid fire, just all of his points. Brilliant.
And the background there with the music hits in at the right moment and putting the text. Hey, Ian, remember when you used to edit?
Yeah. There was more
That's right. We're gonna
I think right there than iDUBBZ basically did in his entire video.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be talking about Anisa Jamha's husband, iDUBBZ.
Yes, see, I love that. That's Anisa's. Did you hear that as?
Anisa's husband.
That's right. We're going to be talking about Anisa Jamha's husband, iDUBBZ, otherwise known as Ian.
That edit, and it was funny the way the edit was on her and then slide it over. There's some real like comedic timing, some comedic chops in this video. It's already made me laugh more than the real Content Cop.
Yeah, and I like so when I watch this video, because we always call Ian Anisa's husband, I'm like, I wonder if he watched one of our videos. That'd be pretty cool. And it's like, oh, he's
some people call me Ian. I'm gonna be calling him Ian. Oh, come on, Cameroon. You're just mad that iDUBBZ doesn't say the naughty slurs anymore. He's very mature now. I think you need to grow up. That actually has nothing to do with it. I honestly could not care less what kind of words he uses in his videos. Also, that maturity narrative is complete bullshit. He does damn near everything that he apologized for to this day. Most importantly, we're going to be talking about how dog shit his content is now. But before I get ahead of myself, let me fill you in on why we're here and who we're going to be talking about. If you're very keenly aware of this situation and you just want to get on to the video, here's a timestamp, or you can use the chapter feature on YouTube. Otherwise, let's get into it.
the lore.
Oh, there's effort put in.
Ah,
Wait. Whoa, effort? What? No way. Unbelievable.
By the way, that was wild what fucking Joji did, eh?
Welcome to the Filthy Frank Show.
iDUBBZ gained popularity with his collaborations with Filthy Frank & Co., as well as his edgy and offensive humor seen in Kickstarter Crap, Bad Unboxing, and Content Cop. Despite being really funny at the time, his offensive vocabulary would likely not fly on YouTube today.
Oh, it's a single piece of paper that says
nice friendship.
Now let's bring in one of his close friends for over...
Bro, how this guy ever thought he'd be able to go woke is beyond me. You know, like he really thinks he's gonna get into the Hassan crew and be in Hollywood, and him and Anisa are gonna go to the Met Gala in New York and be a part of the trendy liberal. It's never gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
It's never gonna happen.
Nice friendship.
For 8.5 years, Ethan and Hila Klein of H3H3 Productions. Their videos together marked some of the most iconic collaborations during that era of YouTube. As times changed, so did the creators. Filthy Frank went on to become Joji, Max Mofo and Anything for Views would start their channel, Cold Ones. H3H3 would focus on their podcast, which didn't go without its own controversies.
Yeah, that's actually pretty crazy. Everyone.
Everybody involved became massively successful other than iDUBBBZ. Maybe it was the people around him that made it special, less so than him.
Yeah, man.
Over the years,
So
which left iDUBBBZ to
Yeah.
move on and try different types of content like documentaries on enigmatic figures of the internet. As Ian moved away from his old content, he would run into a few of his own controversies, which we will be dabbling into today. But what I really want to nail in here is throughout all of that, H3 always stood by Ian, even at the expense of his PR.
You know, by the way, how much better this is than iDUBBBZ's Content Cop, where there's like no music in the background and it's like really meandering and slow. There's like a joyful pace to this, and the music is nice to have in the background like that.
Yeah, and it keeps changing. It's like there's chapters.
It's dynamic. It's dynamic.
That's a great way.
Yeah. Keep your attention in that way.
Mm-hmm.
After his documentary with Sam Hyde, Ian's content would really start to lose his soul, which we'll get into later. But let's fast forward a bit. Enter Hassan Piker.
We think the
America deserves 9/11. Bloodthirsty, violent pig dog.
A hype beast, polarizing socialist streamer, and former co-host of Leftovers, a show on the H3 podcast. Hassan and Ian were very friendly. Everything was fine until the October 7th Hamas attack on Israel, which led to a falling out between Ethan and Hassan.
Everything was fine until October 7th.
Oh my god, dude.
More on that later. After a long back and forth, this rift peaked with Ethan's return to H3H3 Productions releasing content nuke Hassan Piker. While Ethan's fans praised it, Hassan's fans and orbiters like Denims and Frogan did not, which drew the attention of Psychopath, Bad Empanada. Trust me, more on him later. Since then, Ethan has been harassed by multiple snark subreddits, had CPS called on his kids, and even had 2 human skulls sent to his house. Meanwhile, Ian's former editor Froggy Tonic, whom Anisa, Ian's wife, was still publicly engaging with on Twitter, started posting tweets.
You see how fast-paced and informative this is?
Yeah. Bang,
where it's
bang, 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 bang.
Whereas iDUBBBZ is like so drawn out and so boring, and it's just him sitting in a chair monologuing. There's no dynamism whatsoever.
Yeah, man.
Harshly attacking Ethan and Hila with misinformation. When Ethan asked for Ian's support,
basically, when someone asks you, "Hey, what's this whole situation?" Show them this video. Easiest way to digest it. Yeah.
Chose to stay out of it until he didn't by choosing to release a dogshit video titled Content Cop H3. With all that out of the way, let's continue. Ian, that one was for you. I hope burping is still funny.
Yes.
Well, he thinks it is.
No, I think, like, because it's like he burped. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. That's good. That's good. This guy rules.
Let's look at Ian's video. I miss the old iDUBBBZ.
I always talk about the burping makes me the most mad. Go ahead.
I would say this is a really good place to start because this really was the point of no return for iDUBBBZ's career, where he buried his entire legacy by shitting on his own fans and remarking that he was ashamed with everything he did. Which, notice how Joji was able to move on from his edgy past, but still not shit on his fans or say he was ashamed of it. He just went and did something else.
Yeah.
He didn't feel the need to do a performative humiliation ritual like iDUBBBZ did.
Exactly.
His principles are now that he's above his old edgy content.
I have made some cruel, hurtful content. The content I'm talking about specifically are Content Cop videos and videos where I was just generally criticizing people for very lackluster reasons. I was morally grandstanding and acting as if I am any better than any of these people that I was making Content Cop videos on, and I'm not. I don't think
no one gives a fuck about that, by the way. When they watch content, they don't care about the person's morally superior.
Cares if you're better than them or not. People just want to see pieces of shit held to account and made fun of. That's it.
Even if it's by a piece of shit, no one cares.
Just entertain people. But this guy is like huffing his own farts and like gets delusions of grandeur, as though Content Cop or any of this actually mattered, and he was really influencing people in a harmful way.
Yeah.
It's like, get a grip. Get over yourself, Ian.
No one deserves that level of cruelty or hate.
Okay, so Content Cop videos were apparently bad.
Like, what a thing to say that there's nobody in the world who deserves like criticism or hate like that. What about pedophiles?
Yeah.
Like, what about murderers and rapists? You know what I'm saying? There obviously are people in the world who deserve to be treated in a cruel manner. Okay, because they're garbage.
I'll even argue people who just suck at making videos and should stop. You know what? Because someone's not a fucking pedophile or rapist, they deserve to not be treated like an angel.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like what? Well, at least this guy didn't kill someone. It's like, okay, well, he still sucks.
Yeah.
Ian doesn't think it's okay to morally grandstand and thinks that Content Cop videos are hurtful and cruel.
But someone disappeared, huh?
No, his chin disappeared.
Oh.
So instead of changing your Content Cop format to not morally grandstand or whatever, you do the same thing, but instead of the use of slurs, you just make a hit piece on your friend of nearly 9 years. Then you include people like Denims, who have promoted malicious misinformation that has directly led to in real life harassment of Ethan's kids. So are you pro-harassment or are you anti-harassment?
I can recognize that you did not deserve
Great point, Cameron. Is it Cameroon or Cameron?
I'll say Cameron. It might be Cameroon, but Cameron is more typical.
Cameron, sorry. I wasn't sure if there was like a nickname in there or something.
Harassment that I sent your way.
I would make, a couple of videos, the Content Cop and the Content Deputy, and then I would say, okay, I'm done. For me, it was done. It was not done for the people who watched my videos. It was not done for the person who was being harassed.
I didn't plan on making a Content Cop on H3.
I don't know.
It's
maybe
so
you just
tiresome.
Empathy?
It's so tiresome listening to iDUBBBZ.
Yeah.
He's just such a whiny baby.
He really is.
I have always thought that I was an empathetic person. I think only in these past couple of years have I gained the ability empathy. It sounds really pathetic to say at the age of 32 I've acquired empathy.
No, Ian. It is pathetic.
Yes.
My empathy is only maybe like a quarter
The
of the way filled up.
It's only a quarter. I forgot about that. My empathy is like an RPG, like you're leveling up your empathy. Doom. Empathy leveled up. You have to add into the skill tree and figure out what you want to like.
Yeah, what a perfect excuse. You haven't filled your empathy meter enough. I'm sorry I folked you over, sir, but alas, my empathy meter is only 3/4 the way full. Ian, you were 27 while making those videos, but you're telling me all of a sudden over 5 years you just, boom, gained empathy? I'm sure it had nothing to do with the fact that you would not have been able to make that content in the post-2020 adpocalypse era of YouTube, given the fact that you were teasing a new Content Cop before that. But no. It's because you decided to start caring and feeling empathy. Where was all of this so-called empathy in the H3 content?
The empathy.
Ooh, cooked.
This guy's cooking.
He's cooked.
Yeah.
You never mentioned CPS in your video, and your veiled attempt at empathy was only sprung by the YouTube apology ratings guy not changing his rating for Ethan's apology video.
But I asked him if I hadn't responded the way that I had, how would the video have ended differently? And he said, oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I like how this guy took down the video after like one day going, wait, what happened? This guy got fucking felted and then he had to fucking retract Honda.
This doesn't make you look good or caring in any way. It makes you look manipulative.
I was morally grandstanding and acting as if I am any better than any of these people. That's exactly what you get for being filthy rich.
Ian, you are a massive hypocrite.
And do you know what else is massive?
We're going to take a pause from the H3 drama for a moment and take a look at Ian's changed content.
Oh my God.
Fucking dog shit. Unlike Ian, I'm actually going to try to provide some context here. iDUBBBZ would crack well over 1 million views for every video he uploaded since mid-2015. This wasn't until 2022 after things began to dwindle for him, as his videos went from well thought out comedy videos or goofy bad unboxing videos to ranking playground equipment.
Yeah, it was the worst video ever. No, we covered that.
It was like 2 studios ago.
Oh, you bet we covered that, man. And that was, honestly, that one's up there as the worst, along with the Cheez-It ranking video. Do you remember?
Yeah, I don't think we finished the videos.
Oh, buddy, no.
They were so
They were
bad.
like 20, 30 minutes long, and they were terrible.
That's so fucked. That's when people, like, more people were. Is it on the Clip channel?
Oh,
I don't know if it is. Is it?
This content is boring.
I don't remember.
Genuinely unfunny.
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be very early, like
wing sets, especially if you're doing it side by side with another person.
And this isn't
like the guy's trying to talk for 5 subs.
Let's go, Usopp.
It doesn't make sense. I'm sure he's doing mature content. What sort of mature adult content is ranking playground equipment?
Yeah.
In your 30s.
Yeah, that sounds very sus, by the way. Imagine. Yeah, Orange Chicken and I said at the exact same time. He's a pedophile. No, kidding, allegedly. Sniper King, thank you for that 5 subs.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if he isn't. I mean.
Oh, man.
Just kidding.
Oh, man.
Because he's not
I'm just kidding.
Doing commentary videos anymore. Whenever he does, those suck as well.
My studded leather sash gives me 8 strength and 8 agility, which, no. Let's do that over again. Why did I say agility?
The ironic mullet, it looks so bad. And you know he doesn't want to look that way, and he's only doing that for ANISA. But this was like, you know what? Even this version of him is better than the version of him from today. Like, he's progressively degenerated and degraded at a rapid rate.
Yeah.
Like, look at him here. Like, he still has a little bit of life left in his body. It's like he's aged like 10 years in a year and a half.
I'll say something. This background, this era of background was like the worst content.
Is it worse than his basement of today, or?
Well, we haven't had enough of the rape basement to know, to be honest, right? Yeah. I just have really bad memories of this content, of being like, do we have to watch this?
Stamina.
It's very evident that Ian has lost a sense of humor. Maybe this is a side effect.
I take that back, Ashton, because Ashton is the one that edits the fucking iDUBBBZ podcast, and clearly that's the worst content from like that he's ever done. But Ashton makes it at least somewhat digestible in like 5-minute chunks for us to watch.
Oh man,
because you suffer for real, dude. You do suffer. I won't lie.
Yeah, man.
Of gaining a quarter bar of that empathy meter, but it feels like he's lost any sense of irony. In this video, he basically makes a pseudo content cop on carton arcs. It was very poorly received. It's just very apparent that Ian just doesn't get it.
Yes, it's very easy to call these people unhinged. Another word you can use is disabled. Their brain isn't working like yours or mine. For some people, they feel like they have to answer the door.
What the fuck? Yes, Ian, responding to someone in public who's talking to you makes you disabled. You're a retard. You're fucking retarded. You're disabled because you respond to someone in public and fucking disabled. Before you say that people stopped watching because he stopped doing all the series that he was known for, he tried returning to bad unboxing, but it just felt soulless.
Good craftsmanship. Oh, I like that. Soulless. I feel like a little pupil.
Oh, but it was the Amazon. It was the Amazon.
It had to be approved by ANISA, and it was Amazon only. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, it's big girl panties. You think I'm gonna wear this? I'm not a large.
I'm a medium, homesprung.
Like, he didn't allow people to send in fan mail, probably because he was scared of his own audience.
I've learned a lot since the last bad unboxing. Number one, do not trust strangers to send you packages.
Like, nobody cares about the packages that your wife ordered from your Discord on Amazon. They want to see the whimsical shit that your audience sends you to get a reaction out of you.
I'm Jewish.
The only good piece of content around this era was his collaboration with Max.
No. Oh, what happens when H3 goes back and finds all of the edgy Jew content? Then iDUBBBZ. What happens then, buddy? And it's the full-on anti-Semitic canceling.
Yeah, we see Gabe as a guest on H3.
Careful, buddy.
And Chad, not only because it was nostalgic, but because Max and Chad are genuinely funny.
Create a clash. Punching, boxing, fighting.
No.
This video, I'm really glad he brought up this video because it really shows how far you fell, right?
Remember when they were playing the game where I forgot how you played exactly, but you like say a bunch of words and guess the answer? And then they're like, whore, OnlyFans. And he's just like, ANISAS.
It was so uncomfortable. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was
like,
the
ANISAS?
one Kino moment from the whole video.
Yeah, we were like, what?
Oh, man.
Money? Sponsorship. Manscaped.
Yeah.
iDUBBBZ.
Failure. iDUBBBZ.
He's so uncomfortable.
I was just kidding.
Max and Chad haven't aged one day. Meanwhile, Ian just looked like he got out of rehab for meth. Most underwhelming reunion I've ever seen. If this was Ian from 7 years ago, this would have been a lot less dry.
Wake up,
I feel like he's
Ian.
constantly trying to be on his best behavior for the mob. It's very clear the juxtaposition between Max and Chad versus Ian. Ian looks depressed. Damn near
I'd
so.
like this guy to keep doing Content Cop.
Yeah.
You should just keep it like once a month, release a big one, don't overdo it. Like, make him good. He'll probably blow the fuck up really quick, to be honest.
And as a former fan of
I'll
iDUBBBZ,
watch.
it was hard to come to terms with the fact that Ian just isn't funny anymore.
I'll say
which
this.
sucks.
There have been a lot of people who have tried to do their own Content Cop. Like, this isn't a new idea. But I think this is the best of that genre I've ever seen.
Yeah,
At
definitely.
least so far.
Definitely.
Alpha Bravo, this is Flaming Pegasus. We're out here looking for Deputy Washburn. He's been missing for a while.
And by the way,
That's pretty funny.
here's a skit. Here's a skit. iDUBBBZ, where were the skit in the H3? Where were they? They didn't exist.
Was it Content Gestapo? That's the new Content Gestapo.
Too placed.
I guess I don't give a shit.
I love how he left a laugh in.
Before we get on to our video's focal point, I feel it's important to give a bit of context on some people that are pertinent to the situation with H3. First up, we have Sean DeBl... Damn it, I said people who are pertinent to the situation.
Solve all
Nailed it. Kino.
So good.
We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and.
So first up,
why was Sean ever even like near the what?
Have Frogan.
I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
The next day.
You're joining them. You're like, oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD.
Based?
And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. And they posted it in my head. I'm like, based? Based?
A Hassan Orbiter, Twitch streamer, and moderator for Hassan Piker.
But she's getting harassed now, Ashton. It's terrible. We should feel bad for this.
It is consequences of her own actions.
Fucking.
Other than her close association to Hasan and just being extremely unlikable, Frogan is notable for being kind of the first domino to this situation. Oh yeah, also she was twice nominated for Rising Star of the Year at the Streamer Awards. On October 7th,
and she's fat!
She is fat.
After Hamas's attack on an Israeli music festival, Frogan tweeted this.
Leftists preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of a revolution happening in America. But as soon as one happens in the Middle East, what they're doing is wrong.
After this quite insensitive tweet, Ethan Klein quietly unfollowed her on Twitter, which caused Frogan to have a giant meltdown. She started tweeting a bunch of shit and crashing out on Discord and went on stream and started throwing shots at Ethan Klein.
If you are so fucking close-minded that you can imagine that the suffering of an Israeli person is valid, then you're lost. And the same way, in
bad there, like he looked like he was on death's door. That is, bro.
Is the eyebrows shaved?
No, I don't think the eyebrows were even shaved there. Look, they're still there.
Or were they growing in?
I don't know, man. But his eyes, like the bags under his eyes, like the paleness of his skin, and like this widow's peak haircut.
They're saying he's on chemo.
Yeah, man. He looked like he was dying of cancer.
Same goes for Israelis. And again, I say this to him blue in the fucking face.
Okay, so he did shave. He shaved okay, I don't know.
I think anybody who had Hasan as their co-host, though, would eventually develop the same, look.
True.
Bro.
It's not wrong to think that a terrorist attack against an innocent group of people is gross, especially while acknowledging the many problems with the Israeli government. This would just cause a shit-slinging match between Ethan and Frogan, and before we go further, we need to introduce our next character. Enter Denims! She is a much more popular Hasan waiting room, and for whatever reason gets a lot more attention than Frogan.
Imagine letting these two stupid bitches blow up your massively successful podcast. Why wouldn't Hasan just let these fuckers die on the vine?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. I like the way he called her a more popular Hasan waiting room. I wonder
why.
Ash, I wonder why she's more popular than Frogan.
It's a mystery.
Frogan, which I'm sure has everything to do with her riveting, groundbreaking commentary.
Even if you are forming any memories at 4, you're not going to be able to remember them past like 15. You have maybe one or two
straight out of her
memories.
ass.
The average age of adults' earliest memories.
We covered this in the past, I think, right?
Man.
The kids don't form memories until after 3.5, and we're like, Pardon?
Is 3.5 years old.
Come on.
You're not really forming memories at 3.
A group including Denims and Frogan hosted a panel at TwitchCon where they created a racial tier list. At the top you had Arab and at the bottom you had Love Sabra. And if you know what Sabra actually means, not the hummus, then you'll understand why it comes off as racist. I wonder who appeared in that tier list.
Person is one of my favorite people, Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
You guys are missing a category for
so cringe.
It's so
well. Obviously, it's Love Sabra, right?
This is what's crazy is they did this at TwitchCon in front of an audience of real people in real life.
Yeah, isn't that kind of crazy?
That is crazy, dude. The cringe is super overwhelming, man.
Introduce the top of this little pyramid scheme we got going.
It's cringe, but if you're upset about it, you're a cock. Yeah, I mean, it's just sort of
I'm not upset about it. Let me tell you that right now.
I'm not upset about it too. But then for them to go, we weren't doing anything racial.
Well, it's
like at least admit it and say, yeah, fuck.
Just own what you're doing and just but no.
Exactly.
On here, Hasan Piker. If you'd like a more in-depth history on Hasan, I'd recommend watching this video by June the King. It goes way more in-depth into Hasan than I'm willing to go into today, and the link will be in the description. To briefly summarize Hasan's content, he's an extreme leftist political streamer with breathtaking boots-on-the-ground coverage.
We did it successfully. We stopped Vladimir Putin from invading Ukraine. Or maybe that was never gonna f***ing happen. Like I said, it was never gonna happen? They'll be like, tomorrow, there's a war tomorrow. There's a war tomorrow, and the tomorrow never comes. And when there's no war tomorrow, they're like, you're lying. You're lying, dude. It's gonna happen.
He's also grade A at taking criticism.
I believe you've done a couple videos about how dog shit I am, I think.
Did you watch the videos?
No, of course not. I have a policy of not really watching videos such as that one, specifically because it will frustrate me.
I've gotten numb to the criticism. Like, it's not. It's
what a
video you didn't even watch.
Why?
Bro, I gotta say, the amount of edits in like this 16 minutes, like there was way more effort put into this. It's only half of what iDUBBBZ's content cop was. And it's like 3 times the quality, at least.
Yeah, definitely.
So
it's funny. It's actually funny.
Quirk of blaming everything or assuming everyone who disagrees with them has ties to the disgraced political streamer Destiny.
It's 100% like fucking rabid Destiny fans, dude.
It's quite the strange deflection considering he fits that category perfectly. He's also known for deflecting criticism by blaming the genocide in Gaza.
Go fucking yell at streamers for not covering sufficiently the ongoing active genocide in Gaza instead of coming in here and fucking chirping.
But the main takeaway.
Why do streamers that have nothing to do with politics have to cover the genocide in Gaza? Just like leave people alone, man.
Buddy, like that's ridiculous. It's like when people are like, why aren't you doing politic videos? I'm like, our show is very minimal politics.
I don't want to do politics.
No, it's fucking...
I don't want to, man. It's just really, really frustrating.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Yeah.
Hassan is a socialist grifter and a walking example of a hypocrite down to his lifestyle and actions. Our next character isn't necessarily a friend of iDUBBBZ, as far as we know at least, but he is a central figure to this situation. Bad Empanada is a psychopath that nobody, including Hassan, likes.
I'm never gonna watch a Bad Empanada video on the stream. I'm just letting you guys know. You're out of your fucking mind, okay? You think I want him to write like 700 hours worth of new YouTube essays about how I have wronged him? I don't want that. I don't want that at all, okay? He would perhaps benefit tremendously if I did watch his YouTube videos on this channel, but I'm never gonna fucking do that.
I gotta say, I always love this in the Hall of the Mountain King, like this track for edits. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, we used it for the Feezer, remember all the memes.
An official blockade on Bad Empanada videos on this broadcast while I'm live. That's number one. And number two, he's not just mean on Twitter. He is a psychopath. He is not just mean on Twitter. He is the most insane person on Twitter.
That is until Bad Empanada started going batshit crazy towards Ethan Klein. Then Hassan and his orbiters started peddling him constantly.
Oh, dude. Okay, critical support to Bad Empanada has gone up by wide margins now, okay? Oh, dude, Bad Empanada went from bad to good Empanada. Bad Empanada went from Bad Empanada to based Empanada.
To show a really easy example of why Bad Empanada is a psychopath, here's a clip of him playing a game looking to shoot and kill IDF secretaries. For those who don't know, Israeli-born citizens are required to do mandatory IDF military service, including Ethan's wife Ela, who was a secretary.
I'd like to pay tribute to Ethan Klein and the new Twitch TOS that declares Zionism. Zion is the slur. I'd like to pay tribute to him by playing the first in Al-Aqsa video game where you kill Zionist soldiers as a Palestinian resistance fighter, which is the glider level. Is the Israeli army a bunch of Ethan Kleins? Like, they're all on a fucking Ozempic binge. They don't understand what's going on around them. They haven't noticed me.
We would get.
Buddy, how is this guy on Patreon? Whoa!
We would get executed for doing this.
Where do they keep the secretaries? In here?
I'm
hunting for secretaries right now.
I mean, I say the optics of this are not great. Like, I personally don't give a shit. I kind of find the concept funny. But the optics of this and the hypercharged, politically sensitive crybaby era that we live in, you can't get away with this shit. This is crazy.
Well, and also he's doing it fantasizing about killing Ela.
Yeah, like the thing is,
not like
he's
a joke.
pretty serious about it, you know. Like he's pretty serious about it.
Yeah, it's not like he's like, look how edgy this is, ha ha ha. You know, like the new
He's
fucking.
not like laughing, like he's not smiling. He's like,
where's the Kleins? Where's the Kleins?
Secretary got
another example of this guy just being a fucking peach is when he used out of context clips to paint some narrative that Ethan and Gila's children were contracting giardia and other unknown diseases from eating dog shit and trying to paint Ethan and Gila as bad parents. Oh, and of course Denham's reacted to it and promoted the idea of CPS being called through her chat.
Covered in dog shit. And he has kids, and his kids like crawl into the dog shit. I don't know what they do with it. I don't know if they eat it or if it's just from like contact with it with their hands or something.
And CPS did end up getting called, which Bad Empanada tried to take credit for. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to list everything else on screen that he's done. Just take a look if you're interested. This final character is also a big part of the dominoes falling between iDUBBBZ and Ethan. It's iDUBBBZ's former editor, Froggy Tonic. Not to be confused with a fighter who was kicked off Creator Clash 2, Froggy Fresh. The reason this guy's relevant is because he kept tweeting heinous shit towards Ethan and Gila, as you can see on screen, all the while Ian and Anissa were openly and publicly interacting with him.
What the hell is this?
Is that her last name?
He's taken her last name.
Brutal.
I can't.
The cuckold alert.
Testing. Hassan's Piker. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Pussy. Testing.
Hey,
Hello.
Ian, another skit. Oh my! There's too much effort in this video.
There's more effort in 20 minutes. Like, I think there's more effort in this than almost any content call iDUBBBZ ever actually did.
Yes.
Even the good ones.
Oh my God.
Everyone, Henry Handjob reporting live on the scene. As you can see behind me, we have the woods where it's believed disgraced former detective Ian Jamha is residing. We have some major breaking news that he has been identified as a suspect for content uniform malpractice, otherwise known as cum by professionals. Other members of this gang, Socialist Griftorio, is known as Hassan Piker.
He looks like
and
Tucker, like a younger Tucker Carlson there.
A little bit, yeah. I can see that a little bit, yeah.
What the fuck?
Who can only be described as Grimace from McDonald's. Back to you, Margaret.
Or Tom
iDUBBBZ
Holland.
is very spineless. Along with his hypocritical nature, iDUBBBZ was too much of a pussy to piss off his new friends instead of defending his close friend of nearly 9 years who was being harassed. Harley Morenstein of Epic Mealtime recently did an interview where he talks about how he defended Ian and Anissa back during Creator Clash 2. It feels like these are the types of things that you normally do for friends. Of course, the friend I'm talking about is H3H3 Productions. Ethan and Elo were constantly defending iDUBBBZ to a fault, I would even argue. You can argue it's fair to say that maybe they didn't want to get involved, and that's fine. But what's not fine is ignoring your friends after they ask you to denounce the egregious behavior of someone who at one point represented you and is currently being signal boosted by you. The clip I'm about to show you is from the episode Snark called Child Protective Services on Us.
If you want to hang out with those people and not stand up for another girl that stood up for you.
She's friends with people like Denims.
I know.
In her chat,
yeah.
Which I'll show.
Denims
Denims is actually participating in this whole Child Protective Service lie. Child Protective Service, even the worst thing. I mean, she's said worse things about you and me. I just don't see how you can be my friend and also be friends with someone like that. The last thing I said to Anissa, we were
stick moments. Did you see what he wrote?
It's pretty accurate, you know. I didn't even give it a second thought because I'm like, yeah, that's an accurate description, but it's pretty funny.
Stick moments on the screen. Or Tourette's. So calm down.
Texting before I ever talked about it.
I
don't care about this guy. He's a nobody, and you know,
Tourette's.
blah blah blah. And I said, well, then you'll have no problem publicly denouncing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, the conversation ended.
She never replied.
Anissa, Ian's wife, never responded. And what's hilarious about this whole thing is when Frogan was crashing out on stream about Ethan unfollowing her, Anissa was in her chat comforting her, saying, he'll realize...
I would give all the money I have in the world to see iDUBBBZ have to respond to this on a live stream in real time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I would start over from zero just to be able to see iDUBBBZ have to squirm and respond to this.
Yeah.
And nobody else to help him. And Ganisa have to sit in the other room. I think he would fucking combust. I think he would actually like spontaneously combust and die on stream.
Well, you know what's funny is, okay, so iDUBBBZ made his content cop on H3, right? And he was able to just do this and backstab his friend. Then when H3 reacts to it, You're not allowed to react to it. You're fucking melting down. Now this guy makes the fucking video content cop. iDUBBBZ won't react to it. So what? Is iDUBBBZ the only one allowed to do videos criticizing other YouTubers? What makes him?
That's what he believes. I think that's what he believes.
Yeah. I was the first content cop guy, so I. Well, this is getting a lot more.
Ethan Ralph's wonky hand, though, and has the unfortunate reality of what the reaction would be. He wouldn't respond. His eyes would glaze over, and he'd sit in felted silence. That is the truth, isn't it?
Yeah. And Smug Mug saying ladder pull. Yeah, exactly.
It's what he's saying isn't the best in a week or so. The cowardice behavior continued until it became pretty clear that iDUBBBZ probably agreed with what Froggy Tonic was saying, as he talked about it on his podcast.
Ethan's upset with, I think, some of our connections.
No, Ian, it's not your connections. It's people you openly call friends. More on this later. But what a cop-out way to phrase this.
We want to stay out of the drama as much as possible. We don't want to pile on.
Right.
How is that so?
I had a lot of friends when I did my apology that did not with it in the slightest.
Yeah, they didn't agree.
And they still don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. Your apology was pretty useless and dumb. And although he's made some slop, I think Moist Critical had a pretty good take on the apology, which I agree with. I'll link the video in the description as well.
Don't agree with it. And I don't really expect them to come to bat for me or anything if they don't agree with it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't expect them to speak up, period, on any of it.
I appreciate that they don't.
Right here is the core of why I'm showing you this clip. He doesn't agree or doesn't care about what's happening to Ethan and Hila. Maybe he just disagrees with some take that Ethan has on the conflict, like that there should be a two-state solution or that Hamas terrorists should also be condemned as well as the Israeli government. I don't know. Maybe there's some behind-the-scenes shit we don't know about. Maybe he doesn't fuck with Ethan calling people out who encourage harassment against him and his family.
I'm sorry to everyone that I made content cop videos on.
We want to stay out of the drama.
We are friends with Denim.
You did not deserve the hate and harassment that I sent your way.
No, he doesn't need a hug. He needs a good fucking ass whooping is what he needs.
Even when we don't say something, they think we're saying something.
This era.
This
when Ashton, when you found these, you watched her Twitch streams during that like 3-week meltdown.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
And it was like impossible to watch the clip, bro. She was so boring, just dead air for days. She was like walking on the treadmill. She thought that was content. I'm so glad that this guy made this video. Like, I'm just so happy that finally all of this is being put into a coherent, easily digestible hit piece.
Yeah.
That's funny and that's like good. Like, I'm just so happy.
Yeah.
Like, I love this. I'm so here for this.
For our content, like, people like our content, but for us to go, listen, you got to watch about 4.5 hours worth of iDUBBBZ material to get what we're fucking saying.
Oh, you have to watch a lot more than that. I mean, you'd have to watch like 40 hours of Kino Casino clips to catch up. Whereas this is allowing people to understand it way quicker and get up to speed, which is really good.
Yeah, at least now we could be like, hey, watch this. You can continue from here. Yeah.
Our silence means
great work, bud.
Something. It means that we would like to pause this relationship until you figure you... Come on out, Ian. Where you at, Jama?
Hey, Stingray.
Another skit?
Washburn is no good. We're looking for a...
It's like we're being spoiled. It's like, whoa. Whoa, somebody actually cared? Whoa. Whoa.
I'm pretty sure on the old ones, he would do like 4 or 5. This guy's already on like 7 or 8. And it's not even halfway.
Impersonator, this is Bernie Pegasus. Do you come?
Yeah, Chad's loving the video too.
Stingray, do you come?
Someone went outside?
Fuck. Sir, have you seen this suspect?
No.
Just calm down, son. It's just a drawing.
The gold tooth.
That's good.
anybody see this man?
Ian iDUBBBZ drama. What
does it say?
Yeah, I don't know what to do. Here we go. We got Ian official drawing. Drama Ian, male Caucasian. Last known address, Hassan Piker. Pikers on Wednesday, April 16th, at 34 wearing a video show. Okay, yeah, it's just.
Does anybody see this man?
Last known Hassan Piker. Is he really 162 pounds at 6'2"?
This guy?
No, fucking
Or
Ian.
I actually don't know. I'm surprised he's that tall.
Have you guys seen this man? Seen this man? Don't worry, it's just a drawing.
Now, folks, there's a new sheriff in town. Now let's get down to why we're here. My lieutenant just informed me that there's police impersonation afoot, and I gotta bring him to justice. Ian recently uploaded a Chon Chen Top on H3. Remember my first point?
I'm sorry to everyone.
Okay, so I didn't watch up to here, but this is him doing the actual breakdown. Okay, cool.
I made
Of the content cop?
videos
Cool.
on. You did not deserve the hate and harassment that I sent your way.
Yeah, Ian, you're a hypocrite. Hypocrisy aside, like his other more recent
That's
content,
the worst
I'd like to
thing.
talk about just how bad this video is. This isn't a content cop. His Carton Arcs video, as bad as it was more of a content cop than this video. This is like an iDUBBBZ complaint.
And
He's right.
And
He's
that's
right.
saying a lot, though.
He's right.
It's a shitty video about his personal feelings on H3. It's poorly edited, it makes horrible points, it's not funny, and again, it just feels soulless. But despite all of this, it's still his best performing video in 3 years.
Oh
What's up, everybody? I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Awesome broadcast coming to you live from a cloudy day here in California, Los
When
Angeles.
I saw this first on my screen, when I hit the real original content cop, I was like, what?
Angeles, we're live and alive, and I hope.
And just like that, the 1 minute and 30 seconds of hope that we had for this video is lost. The video immediately derailed.
Yeah, I agree. He's giving the exact same criticism we did when we first watched it, which I said it's like in Star Wars Episode 1 when Jar Jar first appeared. It's like all hope was lost.
This is not it. No! Denims?
This is his reaction. This is his live reaction.
Scare.
His live reaction.
Holy shit, it's Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
He looks like Miss Piggy.
Mr. Beast!
Ethan, wake up.
Wake up.
Wakey, wakey, Ethan.
The dumb skit aside, this feels like more of a taunt than anything. I'm not sure how this is going to prevent harassment against your close friend, as you say you're so morally against.
We don't condone harassment of
We
any
don't
kind.
condone harassment of any kind.
Cameron, we're all here to see you lappoon the skit. Please, Cameron. There isn't much I can say regarding the skit that hasn't already been said itself. I'm sure you want me to make fun of it further. Yeah, the Fortnite dance was retarded. Sorry, a token. This just isn't a funny sketch. And
Oh, nailed it. Nice.
Baffles me the most about this is that in the past, Ian has made impactful and funny sketches that improved the overall video, but this just falls flat.
If I would imagine this in 2016, I would have been like, oh yeah, if I ever do that, it's gotta be because I lose the plot. Well, it turns out it's not me losing the plot, it's Ethan.
No, dumbass, it's you, and that fact has become very apparent over the past couple of years. Quite honestly, I should have known that the second you decided any of those tattoos that make you look like a reformed skinhead looked good to you. Maybe it was the LASIK surgery that went a little too deep into your eyes and melted your brain. Maybe Sam Hyde kicked you too hard. Cameron, please stop being a cyberbelly.
I would say that Hassan was very well equipped to talk about that topic.
Yeah, Hassan has the political know-how, the same guy who before this conflict couldn't even locate Yemen on a map.
Doesn't know where Yemen is? Okay, I'm gonna click close. I'm
Hassan,
closing it. I'm closing it.
Hassan's cope. It was a meme.
He was just
I
trolling,
was just
bro.
memeing, bro.
He was just memeing, bro. Come on.
I think nope.
Click
Nope.
on
Nope.
Turkmenistan.
Nope.
Like he's not even
Nope.
close.
Nope. Got it. We stopped Vladimir Putin from
like
invading.
the first country he clicked on isn't even in the Middle East. It's like in Central Asia. Like holy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I don't know where Yemen is, and I don't want to know. Be honest. Even if you were like, Andy, look, this is where I don't. No. I don't want to. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Ukraine, or maybe that was never gonna fucking happen. Like I said.
What kind of humiliation ritual is this video? You fucking moron.
Nation says that may be a war crime. It literally is.
It's just eating the toppings. And the pizza looked like a burn victim. It was all disgusting.
It's very clear to anyone with a functioning brain how this kind of editing could easily be used maliciously. And this type of malicious editing plagues this video. There's plenty of times in this video where cut context is intentionally left out. Ethan actually already responded to this edit directly, showing that he was making commentary on the conflict at the time, as you can see.
He is extremely sympathetic to the Israeli cause and what's happening to them. His wife's Israeli. She served in the IDF. He obviously likes the state of Israel.
No, he's not. He's on numerous occasions called out the Israeli government and the IDF.
The Israel government is fucking barbaric, genocidal freaks.
What more do you want?
I can't even.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Like, what more do you actually want him to say?
Yo, geez. Base?
Well, you know, like, well, I don't even understand. Like, okay.
Isn't it like, yeah, okay. Like, do you want him to fucking hate himself? Like,
even begin to talk about how fucking
that's what they
like
want.
he has to like denounce his heritage and his. This is crazy.
Bad faith it is, not to mention that Hila's military service was mandatory. It's not like she was psyched to serve in the IDF.
They follow Hassan. Hassan is strictly a political streamer.
No, he isn't. Half of his streams are just him eating and watching Skibbity Toilet. Throughout most of this video, Ian's points fall very flat. There are many occasions where he shows clips of Ethan that have nothing to do with the point he's trying to make and make Ian look really stupid. For example.
So when they see Ethan say things that are just like not accurate and it's just propaganda, they're going to call it out.
Propaganda, right. Yeah, Hassan has never used propaganda ever.
From the river to the sea essentially means the state of Israel is going bye-bye.
In what way is that propaganda? The river to the sea, that's the whole thing. It's extremely reasonable to understand why people rightfully believe that.
The other day, BB fired a really good guy that a lot of people are pissed about.
In his past content cop videos, there was kind of this unspoken rule that Ian was kind of against criticizing people for things that they've taken accountability for. So the malicious use of this clip is pretty sour.
Ethan Ralph Wonky Hand so right. Hassan literally described himself as a propagandist openly on Piers Morgan. Like 6 months ago.
He took no umbrage with that term. He openly embraced it with a chat. Yes.
Yes.
Spoke, apologized, then took a break from the podcast after clarifying. What's the problem?
He's finding new people every day, basically, to get in fights with.
Of all people, this guy, Matt Lieb. Frogan and Denims. And Denims, by the way, was the real villain of the video. Evil, hateful, fucking. And I'll say it and I'll double down on it. And people, oh no.
Bitch. Don't worry, Ethan, I got you. Ian pulled all of these clips out of context to make Ethan look like he was just attacking people without reason. Matt Lieb unprovokedly attacked Ethan Klein on his podcast, then platformed Bad Empanada. Frogan, as I said earlier, crashed out over Ethan silently unfollowing her on Twitter. And this last clip was a stream called My War on Snark, which was the second stream after the CPS incident. Ethan was calling out Denims for platforming Bad Empanada by showing and promoting his video where he falsely claims that Ethan and Hila's house was covered in dog shit and that the children were walking around eating the dog shit, which led to a false CPS report that Ethan's family had to deal with. Wow, with that context, it seems perfectly reasonable why Ethan would be upset at these people. Before we continue, I want to make it perfectly clear that I do not believe that following someone on social media equals the endorsement of that person. I myself follow several people that I disagree with and or dislike. However, Ian seems to be trying to weaponize this argument into something that it is not. In this part of the video, Ian is talking about his former editor, Froggy Tonic.
Anyway, this guy was saying shit like that Hila's a Nazi, that she kills kids, that she's like a IDF baby killer, all this types of shit. And that's showing up right up on ANISAS and iDUBBBZ feed. My good fucking friends who I stood by after all these fucking years can't find a spine to speak up. You know why? Because they'll get murdered.
You don't know what's on my feed. What the is happening? For all you know,
you were in the fucking DMs.
For all you know,
they leaked the DMs by accident.
For all you know,
shut the up.
Seeing these things tweeted out by my editor of a year and a half ago and saying, God, that is nasty.
For all we know, what do you mean we do know? Anissa was literally engaging with him throughout all of this, but besides that, you literally can.
It wasn't even DMs. It was publicly.
It was publicly.
There was another person that she was in DMs with, though, right?
Yes.
Remember that she was showing you?
Confirm it yourself.
I used to work with this video editor named Froggy Tonic. There would be an occasional Froggy tweet where I'd be like, I agree with that. You don't know what's on my feed. It. I'm not going to retweet it or like it. Now, my former editor of a year and a half ago, what the f is happening? Really mean shit.
This contradiction makes this entire point fall flat very quickly, and it's honestly pathetic how little effort went into making this video.
He called Hila the C word. He said they're trying to kill their dog with cheddar cheese and a bunch of other shit, I'm sure.
A bunch of other shit? You barely scratched the surface. Oh, boo-hoo.
Ethan Ralph's wonky hand has got a really good. He goes, holy shit, we're only a third of the way through this, and it's already dummied everything Ian has done in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
It has.
Like, actually, man. Yeah.
He called someone the C word. What did he actually say, Ian?
Who the f is the person on the Reddit who's posting this in the first place? If you do a little bit of research...
By the way, I'm so glad this guy's doing well, because obviously he's very talented in this edit, right? And it's like, sometimes people get stuck in the old guard or whatever of like, oh, this guy, he was content cop. Sometimes you gotta pass the torch and go, no.
Yeah.
Like,
sometimes you need a changing of the guards. You need fresh blood to reinvigorate things. I mean, ultimately, this is kind of a young man's game. This content creation thing, it's not really, there's some people who are able to do it longer and extend their careers. But iDUBBBZ clearly, once he hit 30 years old, kind of hit the wall with this shit.
Yeah.
And just has no idea what he's doing anymore. He just lost all of his energy, all of his vitality, whether that's ANISA's fault, his own fault, the drugs he's on, the feltings he's received from Sam Hutt. I think it's a combination of all of it, but he's washed. And it's okay. Like, you don't have to do this forever. You're washed, bro. Go do something else. That's okay.
Yep. Exactly.
What the hell happened to you, Ian? You went from well-researched videos to crediting snark subreddits to make your point. The cherry on top is the person who made this post apparently isn't even the same dude the snark is talking about. And this was found out less than an hour after this video's release.
In the Gaza Strip, whatever it might be, I'll talk about it, no matter how ignorant of the facts I am. That's one very important thing.
Oh my God.
Oh man, he's just getting destroyed.
He also had a little reach eyes back then too, huh?
To keep in mind, guys, I'm not a researcher. I'm a dipshit.
Also, I think Ian has just ruined the word crash out for me. He calls Ethan's behavior crashing out on the stream where he talks about CPS getting called on his kids.
Just like I'm not going to throw Ethan Klein away because he's having a parasocial weird crash out.
This is a point Ethan responded to in his latest video where he also reveals that 2 human skulls were sent to his house. If that's a crash out, it's a reasonable crash out.
I've stood by them.
Yeah.
When all the internet hated them.
I don't like that Ethan brought this up because it makes the relationship feel very transactional.
I don't entirely disagree with this point. Yeah, it's not cool to have an ultimatum, transactional type of relationship. However, wouldn't that make you a hypocrite, Ian? You give him a lot of ultimatums in this video.
It means that we would like to pause this relationship until you figure your shit out. Maybe if he does these things, eventually he'll find peace and we can like rekindle.
No, I gotta say this too.
Aren't you kind of doing the same?
I disagree with Cameron here. I think if it's a transactional relationship where you're like, listen, bud, you're friends with people who are trying to get my kids taken away, you either are my friend or you're their friend.
Well,
that's a perfectly valid reason to end a friendship.
Yeah.
Because it's your like life. If it was like something like gay where, oh, you're friends with someone who made fun of me once, it'd be like, all right, calm down, you pussy.
Or, but they're trying to get his kids taken away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is a reasonable, like, transactional
thing.
Or
I
whatever.
thought the text conversation that I had with him was very empathetic. I basically just
my
said,
empathy
like,
meter's
I know
only
you and
maybe
Hila
like
are
a
experiencing
quarter of the
ton
way filled up.
punishment, and I essentially empathize with that.
Ah, yes. Ian, the moral arbiter of empathy. I'm glad you filled up your empathy meter a little bit more before making this fucking hit piece.
Adam McIntyre needs to just like disappear. That guy is a piece of shit, like of the lowest order. I never even stood by him when he talked bad about Trisha having a kid and called him like the spawn of Satan.
They never made a statement. They never said that they disagree with his statements about Trisha's baby until it's useful. And what it sounds like to me is that you did see it at the time and you were like, ooh, I don't like that. And you didn't endorse it and you didn't fuck with it. Huh. It's almost like that is a fucking identical situation to me.
Yo, is this person fucking retarded?
Yes.
This situation isn't near identical in any way. H3 and Trisha weren't close or even friends at the time of this happening. They had no reason to publicly stand on anything, nor were they asked to. When they asked you to denounce the crazy shit your former editor was saying, you guys ignored them.
Because they're trying to like paint themselves as the good guys.
Good
and they're
point.
saying like, we strongly disavow things that are said, even about our enemies. We are the most immoral people on the internet. Unlike Ian and Anissa, who are fucking keeping to themselves.
What a fucking liar, dude.
But you guys weren't staying silent, dude. You made a tweet joking about the situation. Anissa was out there in Frogan's chat after the whole Twitter incident, and then you went out to make a statement about it on your podcast. If you were trying to stay silent, you did a pretty fucking awful job.
Some people call it like a lol cow.
Come on, man, what is that? I'll say it for anyone who doesn't know. Anissa is half Lebanese and half Irish.
Oh,
That's
no.
awfully convenient. What, Anissa's half Lebanese? Well, it turns out she might not be, according to Yoko Ono herself. I'm actually like 50% Irish. I peed on myself in the shower. No, I've been peed on. 45% Italian, 8% Arab. Now, maybe let's give her the benefit of the doubt, despite the fact she constantly talks about her heritage. Let's say IDUBBBZ is being hyperbolic. It's...
Sorry. Well, I missed that part. I was just listening to Psycho.
It's just so good to see that brought to light.
Can you rewind that? Sorry.
Oh,
Rewind
it's just
it?
her.
Still,
No, it's
despite the
okay.
fact-
Which one was it? What was it?
It's just that Anissa is only 8% Arabic.
Oh, yeah,
You
of
know,
course.
the
Yes,
receipt
yes,
on that.
yes.
She constantly talks about her heritage. Let's say iDUBBBZ is just being
This guy
hyperbolic.
fucking
It's
nailed
still
it.
quite a stretch to add 42% of your heritage to something and call it half. Keemstar is more black than Anissa is Lebanese. Shout out to Nicholas Dior.
The edit, Ash. Ash, look.
It's really good.
No,
It's
that's-
really good.
That's top
Keemstar
left.
is more black than Anissa is Lebanese. Shout out to Nicholas Diorio.
For anyone unfamiliar, the Irish have been on the receiving end of a lot of oppression and genocide. On the part of the Lebanese, they've received a lot of oppression and attacks from the IDF. So Anissa is very well familiar.
While this is true, this feels like a weird and unnecessary oppression tug of war. And do I have to state the obvious here that Ethan and Hila are both Jews? I know this is a deep cut, Ian. You may have never heard of this, but like, I think around 6 million Jews were genocided in this little obscure thing known as the Holocaust. Huh. I wonder what Anissa's take is on that.
That's a really hard question, and I think.
Oh man, he's got it all. Ooh, he's got it all. Let's go. Let's go,
If
champ.
people are being 100% honest, they'd give you a different answer than what you're expecting. As terrible as the Holocaust was, obviously it was horrendous, and how disgusting the doctor was that did the experiments on
Echo.
people, gay people, handicaps, twins. I think that's.
Erica playing in the background.
Oh, let's go!
Obviously,
Yes!
they were obviously Jewish, or they did it on Jewish people. They found a couple of really groundbreaking discoveries through that experimentation.
Oh, speaking of Jewish people, Psycho, what's going on, buddy?
Oh no,
You
it's
can't.
not true.
We're not gonna run to your defense when I don't know, we follow people. We be following. That's one fucked up thing that you can say about Anissa and I is when we're on Twitter, we do be following.
Ooh. Yeah, Ian? Oh. How long did it take you to come up with that one, buddy? It's very malicious the way that this is phrased, as if Ethan and Hila actually care about who Ian is following on Twitter. It's the people you guys claim to be friends with openly.
Spineless, I'm cowardly because I am following someone on Twitter.
Mm.
Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, where we are friends with Denims.
She's friends with people like Denims.
I know.
In her chat,
Yeah,
which I'll
she's
show.
friends with
Denims is
Denims.
actually participating in this whole child protective service lie.
You'll notice that Ethan and Hila start talking about this Denims character. Now, I'm not going to
Wow.
sugarcoat it, where we are friends with Denims, but I would say it's the same level of friendship that we had with Ethan and Hila.
That's such bullshit.
That's such a fucking bull. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Like kind of an internet friendship. We think that she's a good person, like we think Ethan and Hila are good people.
H3 is clearly upset that Ian is admittedly friends with Denims. Denims openly promoted the idea that Ethan and Hila are bad parents and their kids are walking around in shit and eating shit and catching diseases. She then justified everything after CPS was called on H3 and is a terror-supporting rape denier who's yet to apologize for anything. Other than the CPS thing, which was barely an apology and it was made after the content cop. So yes, Ian, I question anyone who chooses to be friends with Denims or would openly call her a good person. You also gotta love this revisionist history, the same level of friendship.
I'm friendly with you, and I'd say I'm a light friend.
You guys were friends for nearly 9 years. You've called Ethan and Hila inspirations. You've met his family, and now he's just a light friend? By the end of this video, what are you gonna call him? An acquaintance? Another internet creator?
Yeah, we've been respecting you as independent content creators.
Yes.
I don't know, I think they're both probably guilty of saying things that they don't mean for internet clout and attention. Right now, one's a little bit more fucking nasty to me than the other.
Oh, I get it now. So it's about you.
She's like, I don't care about this guy. He's a nobody, and you know, blah blah blah. And I said, well, then you'll have no problem publicly denouncing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, the conversation ended.
She never replied.
Ethan, you can't even phrase it in a way that doesn't make you sound like you're being coercive and shitty. Well, then, you should have no problem publicly denouncing it,
I know.
right? Does
Fuck
that
it.
sound like a friend? It kind of sounds like something.
Bro, I swear,
powerful.
You know, I am enjoying this, but this is like, I don't know, the 9th time or something we've reacted to this. Man. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
All right,
holy
I'm gonna go take a piss. I'll hit play though, but yeah, because okay, I'm gonna take a piss, guys. Be right back.
Villain would say.
You guys literally called Froggy Tonic a nobody. Yeah, I'd assume you'd have no problem.
The content cop does get worse with age.
Oh, it does. It gets worse all the time.
It somehow,
really does.
It somehow gets worse each time.
Denouncing him either if that's actually how you feel.
Would it have been nicer and more supportive to say, we don't agree with the things he's saying and we support Ethan and Hila? Sure.
Ah, holy shit, dude. That's all you had to fucking say, dude. Instead, you're wasting time, money, and a close friendship on a hit piece so you don't piss off your new friends. You look extremely pathetic, Ian.
Our silence means something. It means that we would like to pause this relationship
Crucify him,
until
Cameron.
you figure your shit
Crucify
out.
him.
And then maybe we can find a moment in time, I don't know how long it'll be, but a moment in time in the future where things are a little bit easier to broach.
No, is that the chirp?
Oh, excuse me. I was just talking to the Silence Through Witchcraft. I didn't hear anything about you wanting to pause the relationship, though. What I heard was that you let Hassan fuck your girlfriend while you watched. Not sure. Maybe I'm getting a
Oh, let's go!
I would have been perfectly fine.
You might want to watch your hand movements there, buddy.
Oh,
you keep doing it,
buddy.
dude. You need to stop. You're
That
getting
was
really close with that hand
Kino.
movement. Don't flip your arm over, man.
And I support Ethan and Hila.
Oh,
The problem is
the problem is that she doesn't.
that's the problem.
That's the problem.
She actually
She thinks they have a point.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So go fuck yourself.
I agree.
Go fuck yourself. What about your girl? This is what I'm talking about. This aggression.
No, Ian. Go fuck yourself is right. They're right. You do agree. You've made that very clear. That's why they're saying that. That's their decision. Also, what do you mean aggression? Look at you.
No, he doesn't need a hug. He needs a good fucking ass whooping.
In terms of these fair weather friends who are, you know, so happy.
We've seen this
to
clip in particular
be friends
about
as long as they're getting something out of it.
30 times.
And that is
It feels like it anyway. It feels like it.
It feels
Yeah.
like it.
bitch thing to say.
Throughout this video, Ian strictly avoids the core reason as to why Ethan is acting the way he is in these clips. This one piece of context would likely nullify a majority of this video. The episode Ian is pulling clips from is titled "Snark Called Child Protective Services on Us." No shit, he's pissed.
This is your emotional dumping ground. It's horrible. This is not what podcasts are.
Oh, I'm glad Ian's the king of podcasts.
Here we
he knows
go.
what's horrible.
Here
he knows
we
what an
go.
emotional dumping ground is. And he clearly knows not to do that in pod.
Yes.
Here we go.
Right. Would you guys like to hear the sweetest bit of hypocrisy?
More than
Explain
anything.
to the people why we started this podcast. For me, that's one of the reasons.
Purpose of the podcast. Purpose of the podcast.
It's like, oh, I just need to sometimes dump a little bit.
Oh my God, wait. He has the perfect receipt. Yes!
Cameron Dub.
Let's get some subs.
Let's
Thank
go.
you, God.
Let's
the
go.
vindication is finally here. Hallelujah.
I forgot about
Hallelujah. 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 Amen. Yes.
The
Oh my
same
God.
word.
Thank you, God.
Same sentence.
Oh my
Being
God.
like, all right, I'll dump.
It
I think
finally
it's like
paid off.
That's a satisfying thing for me.
So your podcast is an emotional dumping ground, but when Ethan does it and you don't like what he's dumping about, it's bad.
I realize that Ethan and Hila
It's
are
over.
more scared now than they've probably ever been. I feel like anti-Semitism is a thought in their heads now more than ever.
You know what? This could have been a valid point, but I gotta say, it was an interesting choice to shave your head before this video. Also, the pose with the swastika, the swastika sword. I don't know, man. That was an interesting choice there, Ian. Sometimes I wonder if you still got it in you.
Say nigga.
Cameroon, you ignorant sloat. That sword is obviously from Bleach.
I don't even know who that guy is.
That's Isaac from Bleach.
Oh, I don't watch Bleach.
This one's sicker. Wait, that's a little sus.
Immediately goes for the swastika one. Got it.
Maybe you haven't changed so much after all.
Me making this video is the standing up for something. And it's saying, you guys are being bad. You know, I don't think you're bad people, but you are being bad. You're behaving poorly.
Oh, okay, I get it. I'm glad you stood up for the massive political streamer and his lackeys instead of your friend who was being harassed and threatened. What the f even is this shit, dude? You're being bad. Bad boy. You're being a bad boy. Who the f are you?
I'm not your fucking dad.
You sure try to act like one.
You know,
morally
the one thing I really wish though, when on that emotional dumping ground, like he did have the perfect clip, and I know he wants to keep the pace going, but I wish he just inserted about a dozen clips.
Yeah.
And Anissa being and just really buried him on that. But you know, he did a good job keeping the pace going, and that one clip is enough. It's like a total kill shot. So I still think.
But I know you're saying like there is a good like 10 moments. You know, I would say like in any any of the episodes of Maximum Damage.
Bring it back to Hassan just because, but it kind of is the same thing. Like I was thinking about going to Gaza until I found out it's dangerous. He's a total performative activist that doesn't give a single fuck about the cause.
It's been performed exquisitely. Harassing one person and seamlessly transitioning into harassing another one.
What? Just criticizes. Ian, can I get your definition of harassment? Is criticism now harassment? You sound like. Oh. Never mind, my head hurts.
She's friends with Denims. Denims is streaming this story about our kid.
I'll show that, yeah.
Getting Giarda from the dog, whatever.
I'm sorry. I'll accept this position from anyone except you guys. You have laid the groundwork for this type of streaming.
I don't even know the point Ian is trying to make here. Are you trying to say that Ethan pioneered live drama content? Maybe? Are you trying to say that Ethan pioneered live politics coverage? I don't think so. Are you criticizing Ethan for doing reaction streams? I hope not. Regardless, I'm not getting the Denims comparison because name me one time where Ethan promoted the harassment and misinformation against someone's family. But enough yapping, let's find out what he's talking about.
Which is watching people shit and giving your unfiltered reaction to it.
Ian, you do realize that reaction streams and videos...
Mr. ROC for 10 subs!
Let's go! And Bonnie Bloodworth for a sub, and Ethan Ralph Wonky had for a sub. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Mr. Rock, as usual, thank you.
long predated the H3 podcast. I think you should know this more than most. Ian should also know well that not all reaction content is created equally. Sitting there while eating and not adding commentary, or while your brain is malfunctioning in the case of Denims, or having your chair watch the video for you.
I gotta say, this is probably the most guilty we've ever been of what he's describing. But we're still adding way more commentary than Hassan or any of those people would ever add. But the guy's doing such a good job. Like, there's only so many things I can really say to add on to it. He's doing a really good job.
Yeah, and we could at least spread awareness to it, even though it's already blown up, right?
Yeah, he's bigger than us now.
Yeah,
in one day.
A reaction. It's content theft. And you should know that adding commentary to a video that you're watching and transforming it into your own thing is something.
I like to think that we paved the way a little bit.
I'd like to think so. We put in the work, bitch.
We put in
the work.
Cameron.
Cameron, we made you, bitch.
You're hanging up on nuts there, bitch. No, just joking.
Something very different. A reaction streamer can criticize another reaction streamer who's stealing content. Just like a commentary YouTuber.
Because of the casino, I found out about this today. Now I'm subbed to him. There you go. Nice. You're welcome, Cameron.
YouTuber can criticize another commentary YouTuber for making bad content.
She could say so much, and it would make her a little bit uncomfortable, right? It's not comfortable. She'll get a little bit of shit.
They're actually good people. Like that's going to get you shit. That kind of says it all, doesn't it?
There isn't a single person that I respect who would give a if I publicly said that Ethan and Hila are great with their kids, Ethan and Hila didn't kill their dog, and Ethan and Hila wipe their asses or don't have giardia or whatever the prompt is. No one would care.
Don't be naive. You know you would have gotten shit, Ian. Also, what a great way to dodge talking about the CPS situation.
I just want to ask you if you've always been shitting your pants.
Oh,
since I've known you,
brutal.
You've always had like IBS. You've always been shitting yourself.
Oh man,
I'm not tweeting out.
Cooked.
Every time.
Humiliating. You know, you can tell he really didn't want her to say that. And it's just a nasty. It's so cruel of her. Like, holy man.
Since I've known you, you've been shitting your pants. What?
Out because I'm not your fucking lapdog. That's why I'm not tweeting it out.
Well, by your logic, you just made an hour-long video defending Hassan and co. Doesn't that make you Hassan's lapdog?
It does. This video is the standing up for something. If you maybe accepted the phone call and we talked about it, you could have asked me, hey, what are your principles?
No fucking shot, dude. No, I don't think Ethan wanted to talk to you about your principles. I think he's got bigger fish to fry right now. Fucking Muppet. Ian then goes on this retarded tangent about friends to the whole follower equals endorsement narrative, so I'll spare repeating myself.
Now let's talk about the button. Ethan got this button, or kill switch, as a response to the controversy with Cinderella.
We skipped the entire button section.
Oh,
or we watched like the first few seconds. Like, okay,
man, it was such a weak point. It's such a terrible point.
You know, like
not able to control himself in that moment, and instead of figuring out how he can change his behavior, he spent $20,000.
Now, for whatever reason, Anissa's husband brings up the button. He goes on this concerned, trolling rant about how Ethan refuses to change the behavior and instead uses the button after he did a goof plus a spoof plus a gaff plus a riot while watching a video of QT Cinderella crying.
I also see the something. Sorry, don't mind me.
It's just really
Look at women who are not also benefiting off of being seen.
Now, if you did a tiny bit of research,
it's in the same video.
You would have known that the button had already been ordered at the time of this incident. So this wasn't some turning point. Ian quickly nullifies this point of the segment by saying,
I think if all of us had buttons, we'd hit the button all the time. But if you don't have it,
so it's over.
You operate differently. You think about what you're saying. You maybe plan for your show a little bit more.
Yeah, every network television station has a button.
Like, has iDUBBBZ ever planned a show or a stream? I don't think he has.
No.
Every stream that him and Anissa have ever done has just been like raw gameplay with barely any commentary. They never had any planned segments. And even the podcast, like most of them really never had any planned segments. It was just shit.
They used to try, right? Like, well, not with the word try, I use that very lightly. But
I stream a lot. I wish I had a button. I think everyone could use a kill switch. Ian is making a non-argument. He barely streams, and he is making this point during an edited video. You know what?
Yes.
I think I know a guy who could probably use that button.
You fucking bloodthirsty, violent pig dog. You would kill Rick Scott. America deserved 9/11, dude.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Let's talk about the crew. I think the crew has been put.
Oh, buddy! Like, just he's flown out, like, and it's just so quick. Like, rapid, debunked, destroyed. Like, the guy is just owning iDUBBBZ. Brutal.
Yeah, based on IRL, I've never been more not interested in a topic.
This is so good.
Look at based on IRL role. I'm like, no, that's so boring.
Environment that you possibly can be for a fucking podcast. Every crew member has it bad.
We did kind of we covered it for 1 second, but like Hackamania hasn't happened yet.
No, but will we cover it? I mean, if anything, if Potato's drunk,
yeah, like I imagine there's going to be something that happens there that's worth covering. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
but as per the whole thing, like watching it and covering it, like it's got to be like very.
Oh, let's watch the butter stick eating competition, guys.
Well, it seems like a nightmare. A lady got thrown out of casino in Vegas for threatening people with firearms.
That may have just happened. We're not aware of that based IRL, but I do appreciate. Listen, don't you worry. If there's anything worth covering, we will be covering it.
Yes.
Don't worry. I got it.
Part of the video, and frankly, any part of the video that mentions the podcast is malicious. Ian, I know you don't have the best business track record, and that happens, but I don't think you have the place to be talking about Ethan's successful podcast when my small YouTube channel consistently outperforms your podcast.
No!
Oh no!
Before his video.
Oh no!
Yikes.
I would be fine with you not brigading my comment section on my podcast that gets 3,000 views a week. Because I prefer to not to do
3,000 views total a week, not viewers, total.
Harassment campaigns and instead talk about Vampire's Kiss.
It's very clear to me that Ian is insecure about the success of his podcast, and it's not unsuccessful because he talks about niche subjects or whatever. It's because it's boring and oftentimes laughably bad.
I think for me, when I really started to be like, I really don't want to be a part of this, was I hate bringing it up, but Etika. The Etika stuff was so hard for me. Like, that was somebody who clearly was experiencing a mental health issue. And this is my attitude, like, full stop on this period. The last thing somebody who's going through something like that needs is more eyes on it. We were in it, and at the time, when we were in it and we wanted.
What? She's referring to us kind of going through a fucking hard time on the internet.
An Etika phase? Yeah, I remember this. Like,
harassed, videos made about us, people weighing in.
By the way, how dare you bring up Etika's actual suicide?
Yeah.
For you feeling bad about your, like, he was obviously mentally ill.
Fun of about opening an OnlyFans. Like, stop it.
She's like, yeah, we're just like Etika.
Etika dies. Anissa most affected. Right.
Yeah.
We'll make videos about it.
St. Ed says, who? A guy, a content creator who did like...
You're alive, Anissa.
Smash Bros and stuff, yeah.
And on the stupid crew point, there's been very few people to actually leave H3's crew. Only one is left on bad terms. Hell, Dan's been there for like 7 years, if not more. If the environment was so bad, why didn't you call it out when you were on the show a year and a half ago? You've had plenty of time. And while we're speaking on the crew, I want to take a moment to talk about AB and Lena, two beloved members of the H3 podcast. I actually met AB at the second creator clash. He was nice as hell. I even made it into the podcast members only recap video. That aside, let's be clear here. Ian, what you did to Lena by stirring this shit up 2 months before the event is eerily similar to what you did last time to sabotage your own event. If you had any spine at all, you would at least wait until after your event or send a warning to Lena and AB. You've now set two innocent people up for harassment, and harassment they've been getting. Not just because of you, but because they're the only 2 Lebanese people on the show. Looks like you need to fill up that empathy bar a little bit more.
Also, let's talk about AB and Lena, 2 Lebanese employees, and you just continue to talk about the conflict like they don't exist. It would be nicer, a lot nicer, for you to shut the fuck up about it.
Also, you act like Ethan is some sort of anti-Palestinian voice. Like he's got some Ben Shapiro absolute Zionist level takes, when that is absolutely not the case. Believe it or not, you can be pro-Palestinian and anti-terrorist at the same time. And I believe most pro-Palestinian people are. The cherry on top of this is that Ian accidentally released the video while AB and Lena were live on the H3 podcast. While the show was live, Lena had to run off to the bathroom as she was having a panic attack over the video. Then Ian had the bright idea to send her a DM like, oh, my bad, as if that fixes anything he set them up for. Ian, if you actually do have an empathy meter over 1%, you'll spare her and buy her out from Creator Clash, because you know full well that your audience is going to boo her the second she steps foot on the event, something that she's afraid of. Also, big shoutouts to whoever the hell runs the Creator Clash Twitter and website. Yeah, great timing there.
The one time the button didn't work, and we listened to how he spoke to AB without
didn't, by the way,
thinking that the internet was going to hear it. It was
H3
rude.
bailed
It was
him out.
nasty, and it didn't have this caveat of like, I'm not mad at you. It was anger, and it was uncalled for.
Use they get access to cover most of it.
We're doing it.
What are you
Making it
doing?
so awkward and terrible.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
Just like this is what I'm talking about when it's always like.
We need to get home for our kids.
It's like, bro.
Oh no, I didn't want to finish it right now. I'm about finishing Wednesday.
Ian, for some reason, I'm beginning to think that you being an electrician's apprentice was some sort of joke. Jokes aside, I know that you actually have had jobs in the past, but you sure do act like you've never came across a difficult situation ever. This was a tame incident that there were no bad feelings over.
He makes it seem like he's not a tyrant of a boss.
We're doing it.
Stop.
What are you
It's
doing?
so awkward and terrible. I appreciate the hard work.
I know you
done,
do.
and
I
I
know.
loved it, and I really enjoy it.
Oh, what in God's name did Alex Wasabi do to your pituitary gland, Ian? Because you've clearly never had a tyrannical boss if you think Ethan sounds like one in that clip.
Yeah.
Sure, it's a bad and awkward moment that he apologized for. Big whoop, it's over.
Dan, his producer,
I think H3 should be harder on his employees, to be honest.
Holy man, like knocking doors, dude.
Buddy.
My fucking boss would ream into you, you pathetic fucking loser. Like, you may as well go file at fucking McDonald's. You didn't hit the fucking goal. Like, what the like, he would cut you to your fucking
Was your boss
soul.
DSP?
Oh my God. Man, like, no, if you're in fucking sales and you're not hitting the fucking targets, like, this shit's for fucking real. Like, it's cutthroat as fuck. Like, holy.
Let's hit the goal.
Clarifying things.
Ashton's whole life has been about goals.
Man.
Every job
was about the goal. But you know what? Like, it worked for some people and it didn't work for other people. There are people that style where the boss just fucking comes down on you, the pressure turns you into a diamond.
Yeah.
There's other people where they just fucking crumble and cry, you know, so.
Yeah. Life is about the goal if you think about it. Yeah.
It was like the sales office was run like the fucking military, and like there was no excuses. You know what I'm saying? It was about your results. It was fucking brutal, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're all like, all the salespeople like are very charismatic, like funny fucking people, right? And they'll just ream into everybody about the results. Just fucking go hard, man. It was wild.
Making it clear that what Ethan said was a joke.
God forbid. Why?
Because
it's not that big of a deal, man.
Just
Like,
your
how
inability to.
No. Hold on, Dan. How does it change anything? People knowing that we did it.
It's fun when it's a surprise.
Okay, well, tell
Well, you just asked how it changed
Surprise
things.
them on your show.
Again, shitty choice of a clip and a bad out of context example. This is Ethan and Gila's show, and I know this might be a massive revelation out of this world, but fun fact, the H in H3 stands for Hila, and the 3 is meant to represent a backwards E that stands for Ethan. It's their podcast.
No, that's wrong. I actually know the origin.
Oh?
H3 was when he was making a channel name, he wanted to make it he. You know, like laughing. He. They put 3s instead of E's. False and fake news, Cameron. Just kidding, but yeah.
Has every right to direct
Could be both,
his
but
producer.
I've heard him say the producer
to do what he wants for his show. Maybe you should take some notes so you can have a more entertaining podcast yourself.
Cameron.
Ethan doesn't
This
want
video
to
is like fucking top tier though.
change, and he wants to bring the entire crew down with him.
And you understand that the workforce isn't slavery, right?
So let me tell you, so if I enjoyed sales, I loved sales, but each week the boss would hand out your paycheck publicly in front of the entire office.
So you could see how much you make compared to everyone else in commission.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so like as each check was being handed out, like he would either praise you or fucking shame you. And like if you didn't fucking sell that week and you had a check that was like $100, oh buddy, did you get fucking reamed and you felt fucking shame, buddy? Like that's some real fucking like slave master fucking boss shit, bro. Like I have no fucking idea.
Did he ever, when it was like a bad one, did he ever like right before the person picked up the check, he like drop it on the floor? Oops.
Oh yes, no, you would. Yeah, of course you would. Yeah, of course you would.
Shut the fuck up.
No, bro.
No
like
way.
It was, bro. You have no idea, man. It was some wild shit. When you're in like commission sales in one of these sleazy fucking offices, there's no fucking rules. There's no fucking HR. There's nobody to complain to. Like you just get fucking reamed, bro.
Jeez.
You do understand that a worker has the right to quit their job, and that these crew members working on a high-profile show could quit any day with a fantastic resume and the opportunity to start a career of their own on social media, right? They all make it clear that they disagree with this hole that you and those snark subreddits are trying to place them in. You have snark Redditor logic, and it's clear how you researched this video.
What makes demon mode different than goblin mode is goblins aren't really like an intimidating, powerful force.
I hate iDUBBBZ.
If the goblin is persistent, it can get what it wants.
hope
when I'm done,
oh my
pig
god,
roasted right now. Like
with the other one, the big one that's dropping probably next week. My full attention is going to you, George. Like the Eye of Sauron. I see you. I see you out there, you fucking cockroach.
According to iDUBBBZ, demon mode refers to Ethan suing people, and this first example is Bad Empanada, aka George, who's already on the run for civil cases as it is. Bad Empanada absolutely
come on,
deserves a lawsuit.
That's
He has knowingly and maliciously slandered Ethan and Hila, has absolutely been harassing Ethan and Hila, has wasted government resources in order to harass Ethan and Hila, and it's certainly easy to prove damages.
3 complaints for 3 people.
You are doing the classic rich asshole thing. You have a deficit of friends, you have a surplus of enemies. You feel really bad, you feel hurt, but you also have a surplus of money. So what can you do?
I'm just having like flashbacks. There was like a couple that was dating in the office, right? And he would just keep fucking felting. I think his name was James. He would just keep pointing out how much of a simp he was and how much Christina would run his fucking show.
Wow.
And she would keep humiliating him that she made more than he did. Like, and it's like every fucking week with this fucking shit, dude. Like, it was like, whoa, man, you're fucking riding this guy hard. I think he had like, and the guy's checks weren't even bad. Like, he was making like $1,200, $1,400 a week, but that wasn't fucking enough.
That's crazy.
There were guys in this office that were making like $20,000 a week on fucking water filters. Like,
damn.
It was like the fucking disparity was insane. That was maybe but they're fuckers making $10,000, $11,000 a fucking week, and it was wild.
That's
it was
insane.
wild. I never had that success though. Those guys were fucking legends. They were fucking killers. They would just go in, and they like within 5 doors they would be in the house, and they would fucking close like every fucking time. It was unreal to watch.
Shit.
You can use that money to bully and intimidate people.
No, Ian, person who's wealthy enough to run 2 charity boxing events despite the last one costing you $250,000 in debt that you had no problem paying off and starting a new one this year. Ethan is not a rich asshole for suing people that he feels with good evidence are slandering him. Moral grandstanding at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. This video was not just critical. Sure, there were some critiques against the Israeli government and one creator who really did deserve the criticism. However, there was so much slander against other creators to create some conclusion that they were all genocide supporters. For those unaware, Noah Samson, the person that Ethan Klein and Mudahar are preparing to sue, is pretty infamous for being bad faith. As Jolly Saint Nicholas DiOrio calls him, the Brit Bong of the left. Noah recently made a pretty bad faith video attacking several creators, notably Turkey Tom, Mudahar, and Ethan Klein. The video was titled "The YouTubers Who Backed a Genocide," and it's about, you guessed it,
Noah
the conflict
Samson.
between Israel and Palestine.
I don't think DiOrio made a video called "The YouTubers Who Attacked."
I thought it was him. I'm squinting. I couldn't see the name. I'm like, was it DiOrio? No, I guess not.
The DiOrio slander.
Oh man, buddy, it's 4 a.m. I'm kind of fucking on one at this. So we still have another half hour of this to go.
Then I got a post show. I got a
buddy.
post show to go to. I'm pumped.
In this video, Noah denies several rapes that were committed by terrorists, defended the Houthi terrorists, including the one terrorist that Hassan interviewed.
Honestly, if I can lie, it's been a lot of iDUBBBZ. Like, whew. Yeesh.
On stream that Hassan himself called a terrorist.
Bro, are we about to
We're
have
gonna need
a
100
rebel on
subs,
stream?
though.
Yes, brother.
He also defended Twitch's shitty actions on anti-Semitism, and most importantly, concluded that Ethan Klein is pro-genocide for making a video on Hassan Piker where he criticizes the terrorists that Hassan was promoting. This is all despite Ethan Klein saying that the West Bank is fair game and supporting the Palestinian movement in his content nuke on Hassan Piker. He tries to paint the picture that because of Ethan's video on Hassan, that Ethan is lying about his support and empathy towards the Palestinian cause. He then goes after creators like Turkey Tom and Mudahar just for criticizing Twitch, and the golden boy, Hassan Piker.
Hey, have you seen Hassan Piker at all?
Piker? I hardly even knew her. Noah's ultimate conclusion is that all of these creators back genocide because they criticize Hassan, which takes a lot of fucking hoops to draw that conclusion. And after watching this dog shit video, I completely understand why Ethan Klein and Mudahar want to sue. I won't get into my opinions on if they should or shouldn't sue, but let's just say I won't exactly feel sad if this scares the shit out of Noah Samson for years, fearing generational debt. Now, before I go any further, I should go without saying that I'm totally against retarded and frivolous lawsuits. However, Ian seems to think that all lawsuits are just used to intimidate people. But in the cases where that is true, sometimes it's justified. You shouldn't feel confident to slander people. You should feel intimidated at what might happen if you choose to spread malicious libel against people. Some lawsuits are justified. Hey Ian, a great example of a frivolous lawsuit is the Matt Haas versus H3H3 case. Another one is the one that you threatened Froggy Fresh over $18,000 for after you kicked him out of your event, but didn't pursue because of all the backlash you got.
That's not good. iDUBBBZ, it's not good, buddy. Cut!
That one? No, you have a ton of power. You have a ton of options. You have a ton of choice. That's exactly what you get for being filthy rich.
Someone's mad at the internet. Also, you gotta love this frame, right? He's screaming at Ethan for being filthy rich while he's got a gold tooth for fashion. Looks like dog shit. And thousands of dollars worth of shitty tattoos. Should try to get a refund on that. Sitting in your basement filled with expensive boxing equipment and an arcade machine, talking to us on your expensive camera and lav mic. You have nothing to grandstand on, you fucking cowardly, pathetic little
That was good. You cowardly fat. It cuts to
There's just like so many, at least, attempts at comedy, and a lot of them are landing.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I think he's funny. I think he's
nothing.
funny.
iDUBBBZ did nothing in his content cop. It was flatter than a pitcher of warm piss.
Ian seems to have lost the idea that people are people. Like, people of different ethnic groups and cultures can have conversations, dude. And if there's anyone in this situation who cannot take criticism, it's absolutely Hassan Piker. If you dare ever criticize him, you're in for a world of bullshit. He won't watch it, and if your name ever comes up, he'll just "isn't this the guy you?" and disregard you completely.
How can you speak for my entire ethnic group? I find that really interesting.
Ethan, I don't know what to fucking tell you. This is like step one of having a leftist ideology, is recognizing our race, religion, nationality, all this shit all shape our experiences as people.
This is another rare part of the video where you start to think that Ian might kind of have a point, and then you sit there and you realize that Hassan is categorizing all Jews as to having one opinion, and instead of not doing that, he deflects Ethan off to go talk to the approved Jew, Sam Cedar. So instead of Ian criticizing Hassan, we're categorizing all Jews as to have...
All right.
I don't know. I'm not going to argue it, but like I guess like modern day leftism is about identity politics, but like leftism is supposed to be about class consciousness, I believe, you know, and like the workers rising up for better conditions and like to own the means of production. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so all right, the new and improved iDUBBBZ is now asking you to patronize other ethnic groups, identities, or skin colors, and only talk to your own. I'm so happy that you've reformed, Ian. This is great moves, man. Keep it up. Proud of you.
America deserved 9/11, dude. F it. I'm saying it.
Now, to be clear, I knew about all these edgy and controversial jokes at the time we made the show together, because who am I to judge?
No, Ethan, those aren't jokes, right? When someone makes a controversial statement like that, that's not them trying to be funny. I can understand why you would conflate the two. That is someone who is extremely frustrated and passionate about a particular topic. In this case, American imperialism and passionate about a particular...
No, what the f is happening?
It's actually
he just defended
crazy.
the 9/11 comment. He just defended the 9/11. He just defended the 9/11 comment. Also, by the way, this wasn't some nuanced take by Hassan as he tried to retcon on his uncle's show. This was a crash out, the correct use case of the term, by the way, Ian. Because right after the 9/11 comment, he started making graphic remarks about the missing eye of Representative Dan Crenshaw, who was wounded and lost his eye while serving our country in the line of duty.
Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave fucking soldier, his eye hole with their...
Oh, man.
Isn't that how he lost his fucking dumbass eye? Because he got his fucking eye hole.
I think Israel says it's a place where Jews can go.
Israel's can go? With that slogan, we might actually have peace.
No.
Ian, you're getting really fucking lazy. Where's the counter argument? Also, I love this we shit.
With that slogan, we might actually have peace. You know, if that's all you're defining Israel as, is a place Jews can go.
Ian, I didn't know you were Palestinian. Who the fuck is we? Like, since when were you the spokesperson of Palestine?
There was a tier list. It was called the Who Can Say Habibi tier list. It was presented at TwitchCon as like a panel that was just meant to be lighthearted and fun. And Ethan Klein saw that, and he decided that it was anti-Semitic.
No, Ian, he didn't decide that it was anti-Semitic. It was anti-Semitic. They got banned because it was anti-Semitic. The whole premise of Who Can Say Habibi was almost immediately dropped after it started.
We brought you guys here today because we want to rank streamers on how Arab they are.
The people in that category on the thumbnail? Jews. And besides it being a hummus, Sabra's dictionary definition is a Jewish person born in Israel. Hassan goes in Arab because that's the good tier, but Ethan Klein goes in the Jew category because that's the bad tier. Let me explain this in different terms to make it a bit more obvious for your thick skull, Ian. Let's say I were to make a who's invited to the cookout tier list, and at the top you got loves hip hop, and at the bottom you got white. That's of course the best way I could put it without getting in trouble. I think it would be a pretty clear stereotype, and maybe you're just not as culturally sound as you might think you are.
Lighthearted and fun.
I told you guys to clap.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one. That's good. All right.
You guys are missing a category for Zionists.
Now we're going to talk a bit about Creator Clash, the boxing event started by Anisa's husband. Creator Clash is an influencer boxing event meant to gather in a bunch of creators that you wouldn't expect to get in the
husband. It just hits.
It gets me.
It's good. It's good.
Ring to fight it out, all for charity. The first one was a major success, raising over $1 million for charity, and even every fighter got a bonus, but they didn't have enough to pay Airsoft Fatty, apparently. It wasn't without controversy, however, as Ian banned Sam Hyde, someone who helped one of the other fighters, Harley Morenstein, train for the event, and was a subject of one of Ian's documentaries. He ended up refunding $10,000 worth of tickets that could have gone to charity to Sam. However, this success did not translate over to the next event. They ignorantly and stupidly assumed that the sequel event would garner more success than the original.
I just gotta
event.
say, just pause it for a second. Isn't it ridiculous iDUBBBZ punishing Froggy Fresh and other people for associating with Sam Hyde when he himself associated with Sam Hyde?
Yeah. Oh, but I didn't like the way he did the fucking the documentary. I don't like the way
it's just silly though. Like you know, it's just retarded.
They took no anti-piracy.
Why can't someone train with Sam Hyde? Was there a contract like you cannot work with Sam Hyde?
I mean, iDUBBBZ literally did train boxing with Sam Hyde.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just that he got felted by Sam and he's bitter about it. And it's not about like, oh, you can't platform this guy because you did platform him and you're responsible for his career blowing up bigger than it's ever been before.
Yeah, by a lot.
At least partly responsible.
Measures, booked a much bigger venue, the Tampa Bay Lightning Stadium, added 4 more fights to the card, paid top dollar for a professional wrestler who isn't even an influencer to fight on the card. They added special parties like galas and photo opportunities before and after the event, and they paid for the flights of many big creators who weren't even fighting on the event. And guess who got paid flights to the event? You know, Denim, Sasan, you know, the whole crew. And can I say
flights that they weren't even fighting? That's insane.
Insane.
And by the way, Hassan needs the free flight, right? Hassan needs the free flight. Yeah.
When you're operating at a loss, you can tend to see that pattern really early on. When you have to pay for that $20,000 comedian, in the end, they came out with a $250,000 deficit to their bank accounts and 0 money for charity. Ian tried rectifying this by doing a charity stream, but only ended up raising $162,000 out of the $250,000. That's not even an iDUBBBZ empathy meter worth of what they raised last time. On top of all of that, Ian caused a lot of controversy before the event, causing a lot of people to try to refund their tickets before they disabled that ability by kicking Froggy Fresh off the card over some dumb Twitter drama and collaborating with Sam Hyde. Mind you, Harley Morenstein the previous year had also collaborated with Sam Hyde. So
Wait,
this
what?
was pretty shocking to
But then you found out that he was mean to Jews.
To a lot of fans. One of the reasons I brought that up is because Ian had such a problem with Froggy being friends with Sam Hyde and collaborating with him, but does not understand why Ethan wants people associated with him condemned who have done all this shit to him. Another YouTuber, Jadion, even offered $100,000 to fund Creator Clash if Ian just let Froggy Fresh fight, which Ian declined. Hey. This means on top of...
Amazing point. Okay. So you don't understand why H3's mad at you for collaborating with Denims. Yet, anytime someone worked with Sam Hyde, you banned them, you booted them, all that shit. It's like the exact same thing, but like dumber.
Yes.
Of all of their expenses, they had to pay for another fighter as well. That same fighter pummeled the out of Chris Raygun because their weight and height difference was pretty major. Now let me be clear. The event was fun. I went and I had a great time. I got to meet lots of creators and get to reconnect with a lot of people that I hadn't seen in years. Plus I got to make new friends.
But this is what happens is that the greatest haters come out of the greatest love. You know, your biggest fans will always become your biggest haters in these scenarios because that's just the way it is. It doesn't come from indifference. It comes from feeling betrayed. And that's what happened. But iDUBBBZ should have expected it when he shot on all of his fucking fans in his entire legacy.
Yeah.
This is what ends up happening.
With all that said, you don't screw up charity. Even calling this boxing event charity is pretty misleading. It implies that there is no for-profit element whatsoever. Anissa and Ian had a mask-off moment on the H3 podcast.
And we kind of want it to be like a Super Bowl, like every year.
You want to do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
If it works out, then we can do that. And there could always be a charity aspect to it. You know, I think
the last year,
the main goal is just to get the people.
There's no way it's happening.
I mean, who are involved
there's
in
a
making.
possibility the new owners could try and use the brand name, but like the name is so fucking tarnished at this point. Like, I'm surprised they even want to own it. To tell you the truth.
Unless they took the Creator Clash name for next year and they said the real Creator Clash, Sam Hyde, and it's like all the top names.
I think that's what they have to do if it's going to be successful in any way, is make it like a dunk on woke people sort of thing.
Yes, exactly. Every creator has said the N-word. It's like, what do all these creators have in common? they've all said the N-word. Creator Clash 4, like, whoa.
Whoa.
I'd buy a ticket immediately.
It happen.
You'd think if they wanted to right their wrongs and ask for a second chance at charity, they would downsize a bit. And sure, they did that fighter-wise, but maybe less dinners, less galas and shit before and after the event. Maybe don't re-rent the Tampa Bay Lightning Stadium that you couldn't even fill last time. And also maybe don't jeopardize your event by putting one of your fighters who is from one of the biggest promotion opportunities that you've had at your past 2 events in a shitty situation like you've just done. A little update on the situation. So one of the main card fighters, Harley Morenstein from Epic Mealtime, dropped out. Why did he drop out? Well, one of the reasons was because when he agreed to fight, they agreed that all fighters would be getting paid the same amount. But when Harley talked to his opponent, LA Beast, turns out he was getting paid more. Another reason is Harley felt quite uncomfortable with this whole drama, with Ian seeming to side with pro-terrorist and pro-Hamas people like Hassan, Denims, and Frogan. And by the way, I don't know if you knew this, I don't know if you could tell by the fucking last name, but Harley Morenstein is a Jew! The main card of this fight was not meant to be Israel versus Palestine. It was supposed to be Harley versus LA Beast. He was also quite uncomfortable with the use of the swastika sword in the content cop. And unfortunately, shortly after, Lena Ayad from the H3 podcast, the wife of AB, decided to drop out as well. And what's really fucked up about that is, as I said, if Ian had a spine, he would buy her out. He didn't, and that's fucked up. But thankfully, Ethan did decide to cover the costs that Lena and AB were going to face because Ian decided not to buy them out, which is nice. Creator Clash 3 will likely fail, and I won't be supporting it. However, I will be rooting for Lena on the sidelines. Maybe if shit hadn't hit the fan and there was better marketing, I would have ended up going again. However, given the fact that the UFC and Jake Paul are also having fighting events the same night across the country, and that VidCon is literally the week before all the way across the country, I don't see much success here. And those ticket sales are not looking too good. I'll paraphrase something that Nicholas Diorio said. If you want to support charity, donate directly. If you want to waste money, donate to me.
Anisa and I have decided to step away from Creator Clash. We have relinquished control to our business partners who ran the previous 2 events. They're very capable.
That sticker is so fucking ridiculous, man.
What was he thinking? I think that was an
Anisa edit?
Yeah, it's an Anisa editing choice.
It's still happening. Anisa and I just don't have any financial ties. We don't have any ownership. We are, you know, I think just going to be known as the founders of the event.
Another grand idea that Ian had was to give the event to the people who ran the last 2 events. Were they a part of the financial decisions to run all those galas, buy out the hotels, get the comedian and all that other shit? I'd like to see the finances. Were they a part of those shitty financial decisions? Let's see some accounting. And speaking of accounting, I find it extremely suspicious that you claim that you're not getting any financial benefit from this. You made a big investment to make this event, and you're just not going to get anything back from it. I don't buy that for a fucking second. It's just not how finance works. You are most certainly getting your investment back if you have any smarts whatsoever. And if not, I just find it extremely suspicious. Let's see some fucking accounting, because I don't believe that for a second. You've proven to be malicious. You might not be gaining anything.
You know, you should have to, like, fucking show it, dude. You should legally, you know,
financially. What was the arrangement? So the original guys, they put up all the risk. Like, does that make sense? The other business partners, but you guys were going to profit from it, even though they put up everything? Or did they just buy you out of all of what you put into it? But then they're just going to take this massive loss just because they want to own a brand that's tarnished now? Like, I'm not really sure. It doesn't really add up. And I think that it's going to end up being settled in court, and I think we're all going to find out eventually.
I hope.
But you sure as hell have to be getting your investment back, which means less money for charity. You also gotta love this characterization that it's because of drama and not that Ian and Issa did anything wrong. You guys f***ed up the last event, you f***ed this event, but it's not your fault. It's all H3's fault. You guys are free from any blame. It's because of everyone else. You're just so fucking spineless, dude.
You bringing up Lena dropping out of the fight was you publicly showing to your fans, like,
you could tell this guy started the video like funny and chill. By the end, he's like, "Fuck you,
yeah,
fucking spineless. I hate you. It's so good.
You were saying this shit before the content cop even came
We
out.
feel you,
Which I
Cameron.
told her I
feel
would
your
cover
pain,
if she
buddy.
wanted to drop out.
But now you are saying that you didn't have a problem with any of it until I made the video.
I was totally on board until the organizer put out a video calling me a psychopath. You already forced Lena into this horrible situation. And again, you forced this situation on her.
Why would I do such a thing to Lena? Dude, you have as much agency as I do.
What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude.
You have no fucking place to blame Ethan for the Lena situation. Why did Harley drop out then? Was that Ethan's fault too? It's because you're a horrible fucking boss.
Here we go. The final felt.
To wrap up this video, we're going to take a look at what growing and changing looks like. Losing all sense of irony, not pushing vulnerable people's buttons unless it's beneficial to your career. Don't morally grandstand unless you've grown and changed. Harassment is bad, with one exception. Racism is bad, but anti-Semitism is okay. It's okay if you promote terrorists, but not if you condemn them. America deserved 9/11. Either all of them are okay or none of them okay? No, but some of them are. Having money is bad. I'm being a bit facetious, however, it is pretty clear that while, yes, Ian has changed, it doesn't seem like he gained any empathy for anyone other than himself. In fact, I almost argue that Ian is more bigoted now than he ever was. Like, at least before he had the excuse of just making a joke, but all throughout his recent video, he was patronizing all kinds of groups of people. As for Anisa, I don't think Ian's change is entirely her fault. I think they have an equal role of this retaliation. Anisa's problem is Anisa. She's extremely unlikable and always has been. Ian sees something in her, and I guess good for him. But take one look at her Twitter and see why people feel the way they feel about her. She does herself no favors. Ian, if you're going to be upset with Ethan wanting you to speak out, maybe don't give him a reason to be upset by openly endorsing Froggy Tonic and Denims after what they did, making it clear whose side you're taking on your podcast, or make a 1-hour video shitting on the guy. Now, as someone who has benefited from the use of therapy, I gotta say that this weaponization and reliability of therapy is extremely fucking annoying and overdone. At this point, it's beyond concern trolling. Can I just say, if I was deeply depressed and thinking about getting help, and I saw this latest video of Anisa's husband recommending therapy to me, I would run away. This latest video is anti-therapy propaganda. Finally, the last thing I'll mention on this episode is about the series itself. Content Cop was always meant to be a little bit funny. However, in this latest one on H3, I think I audibly chuckled only a few times, and most of it was because of the jokes that Ethan was making in the clips. There was only one occasion where one of Ian's jokes actually landed. In conclusion, being pro-Palestine or making charity events does not absolve you of criticism. And I can't find a person more worthy of criticism than iDUBBBZ. But that's going to do it for today's episode of Content Cop. If you have any recommendations or if you want me to keep doing it, let me know.
I think he should keep doing it. I think he really nailed it. Was there anything in the skits that reached like the iconic level of like Leafy with the chin? Probably not. But his points were really solid. He was funny throughout. And, you know, this is his first attempt at it. So, you know, he can grow into the role more and more and more. I thought it was a really, really good attempt. Really, really good.
I mean, I think now that he's got at least the ball rolling, this is going to be probably, I would say, what's going to be the new replacement of Content Cop. Honestly, he just
it could be.
Yeah, it could be if he just nails this quality. Like, don't rush him out, dude. Any advice? Do not rush him out. Do smaller videos in between to keep your channel like going, but don't go Content Cop because then you're gonna lose your quality. So
I agree though, just why I'm a little bit burned out on Ian and Ethan and Hassan. Like, bro, we've been covering this shit non-stop.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully next week it kind of settles down a little bit.
I hope there's more.
The way things are going, I think it's only going to escalate more, and it's only going to get stupider and stupider as time goes on. We'll see.